friend.
Bestest, goodest friends.
That's what the card says.
Thanks everybody for watching us live on Facebook. Welcome everybody to the Arch City Paranormal Podcast. I am Kyle, your tour guide through the weird, and I am joined once again by T.
Hello.
And Allison.
Hi.
So the gang is back together. The A team is back. So I'm excited about episode 58 this week. We've got I've got some good stuff lined up. I've got aliens. You okay over there?
Yeah. I'm trying not to breathe on
T came running in like right before we turned the camera on. I was just telling Allison if she doesn't get back in here, we're just going to start without her because this is what she does.
Do some nice, big, slow.
Here, you want me to? Here, I can mute the mic, and then that way nobody can hear you like huffing. Okay, so anyway, so T comes rushing in at the last second. So here we go. So anyway, the show. Aliens and UFOs, interesting theories to discuss. 21 interesting theories about aliens. We've shared. I don't know how long or how many minutes we could compile that we've sat here and thought, I wonder about aliens about like this. So this is already with the yawns over here. So
I'm lacking oxygen. I'm sucking oxygen. Leave me alone.
That's what it was. Okay. But anyway, we discussed at length like what our thoughts are on UFOs and stuff. And I thought all of these were interesting, like conversation starters. I thought like we would get some good conversation out of it. Chat could obviously jump in if they want to, but I thought that would be good stuff. And then email highlights, of course, because we always do emails. Which paranormal groups are liars?
Ooh.
It's an email I got.
Oh, I might not touch that one.
I don't know that we will anyway. What is it? And then what are we scared of?
Oh.
And then also, of course,
That'll be an easy question for me to answer.
the new favorite, Would You Rather. We're also going to do that too. You've got your news.
I do.
You do? What do we have for T's news this week?
Well, it's short and sweet because one of them is going to be very interesting. One is an article from the New York Post. UFOs are real. Feds cover up fueled by fear. Ex-Pentagon whistleblower. Ooh. Then the other one.
Okay.
Looking for a date? Someone who understands your...
Oh. Yeah, go. I know where you're going.
Your strange and unusual pastimes? Try Paranormal Date. Yes, ma'am. I can't wait.
It's like Match, but for... I don't know anything about it. I just know when she came across the article. We recently... usually, for anybody that doesn't know, Allison's well aware, so I'm not telling anybody in the room anything new. Normally, our summers are spent on the back deck. I couldn't tell you 12 hours out of the day. We're back there, and it's just whenever anybody comes over, we're hanging out there, whatever. So we've always got like a podcast or something on. So I've resubscribed to Coast with George Norrie. Mm-hmm. So we're out there. This is like the other day. We're out there, and that ad comes on.
Really?
Yes, and T's like, holy shit, I'm looking into this. So other than that, I don't know anything about it. I'll be as surprised as everyone else, but that's where that came from, was George Norrie and Coast to Coast. They started that. And never mind, we'll go. I'm just still taken back that that's like his gig. So anyway, again, thanks a lot. Allison's already got it up. She's prepared.
I'm ready.
The pink neon is what did it for me right there. So we thank you everybody for joining us live. If you're watching along with us on Facebook, if you're not and you're listening on your favorite podcast app, we appreciate that too. If you want to join us live every Saturday at 6, we're right here on Facebook, and you can chime in during the show, and we can hear from you. Or you can email the show at archcityparanormal.com, which we'll get to right now. This week's emails. I like that segue.
That was
nice.
I'm better with that, aren't I? Yeah.
We're finally getting somewhere with our...
Starting to sound like a little professional. Okay, so we'll jump right into emails like we do. Janice writes in. Janice says, "Hey everyone, after hearing you guys talk about moksha, it got me thinking, do you believe ghosts choose to not move on? If there's no choice in being reincarnated, we wouldn't have ghosts, would we? I listen every week on the ride to and from work. Thanks for making my commute better." Janice. So, may have thoughts on that? If moksha was real, we wouldn't have anything to investigate.
Unless you've reached the end. And maybe that's what the end of moksha is.
Oh God, being like stuck in purgatory here.
Maybe it's not purgatory. Maybe it's having the ability to watch your family, and watch your children grow and watch your grandchildren. And
Oh, that's a good thought. That's good. I like that. What about you over there?
Well, I'm rereading the definition.
Google machine.
I don't know. Do you have any thoughts while I try to collect mine?
Yeah, that's fine. Let me put you on the spot. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
I just thought I thought it was really interesting because when we talk about moksha, like T had said, you move on. When you achieve that level or whatever, and you're no longer reincarnated. That's like the reward for like, okay, you don't have to go back and do that human thing anymore. You can move on. So if anybody's not familiar, moksha is the reincarnation. That's the actual that's the level. That's like the top level, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like the utmost. It says utmost aim to be attained through the 3 paths. It's like you don't get any better.
Yeah. So when you reach moksha, you no longer have to be reincarnated. You no longer have to come back and get whatever right. You've done your bit. You're good to go, and you move along. So in that path, I guess is what Janice is asking here. In that path, do ghosts choose to move on? And I guess it's a really good thought because you get like 49 days, was it? From when you pass away to where you get reincarnated. So you've got 50 days basically that you can haunt somebody if you want to.
yeah, because it's a weird amount of time.
It is strange, yeah. Like almost like they mapped out weeks. Like, okay, it's 7 weeks, or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that would be 7 weeks. I was like, how do you know that? You did maths.
How's that not? Oh, yeah, that's right. But, so anyway, yeah. So, if it's real, that's a good point, though. That's got my wheels turning now. I'm giving like half-baked thoughts here. I'm sorry. So anyway, moksha, you've graduated. There's no more reincarnation. You don't have to do this shit anymore. You hate people like I do. Good job. Move along. You don't have to deal with them anymore. See you later. So, but that reincarnation isn't a choice that they make in, is it Hinduism or Buddhism? It's Hinduism.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not a choice that they make. You just automatically get recycled. Like, hey, it's time, move along. Here you go. Do this better. So when you reach moksha, you don't have to do that anymore. And what Janice is asking is if that she doesn't come right out and say it, but doesn't that fly in the face of that if ghosts don't choose to move on?
Yeah, maybe your job once you reach moksha is to...
You're like shuttling people?
Yeah, like you're kind of trying to help. No, don't do this. Do this.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I don't know, Jerry from Rhode Island at Disney.
Yeah.
Like, oh, right through here. There you go. Sit down. Buckle your belt.
Don't forget you parked in section Goofy.
Yeah, blue section Goofy. Do you have your fast pass? Because you can go right to the front of the line. Wait, you don't want to go to the front of the line? No, I don't want to do this again. Jerry, no. Anyway.
Jerry, no.
So anyway, Janice, I think that's a really good point. Yeah.
So this is the thought. I don't know if this makes any sense, but you're like,
that's got me stumped. I didn't think that was gonna.
Or like trying to communicate with, like, say my mom. I've tried to talk to her, that sort of thing. And I've had one little maybe teeny thing that happened that I thought, oh, maybe she was here. But nothing else. Maybe it's because she's already reached that point.
Your mother was a saint.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's true.
She's already reached
So
that
I don't know
point.
if maybe that explains why myself and maybe others aren't
contact.
able to communicate with folks that have passed because said person has already reached their moksha, if you will. Which, to me, my mother would have definitely been that person. But I don't know. It's an interesting...
It is a super good question. Maybe we need to save that one for Rachel.
Nice job, Janice.
So we might have to ask that again because I don't know. I thought when I originally read it and I threw it on here, it was kind of like, oh well, yeah, that'll be a good like conversation thing. But then like once you start talking about it, you start brainstorming about it. It's sort of like, I don't know. So,
Or would the said spirit, have to have believed in Hinduism for moksha to even apply to them? Like if they didn't believe in that religion.
Or maybe that's the only religion there really is.
Yeah.
We don't know.
well. So when I put like a dramatic music pause in there.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was a good one.
Sorry, Janice. I wish we could have helped out. Maybe the asking the questions that we have, or you asking that question, or you're better to pull something from that. I think we do have paranormal. I mean, we obviously have paranormal activity. We do have ghosts. We have spirits. So maybe it's that whole waiting room thing. I don't know. I think it's a really good question. So anyway, if you want to email the show, you can. artcityparanormal@gmail.com. I threw it up there on the screen just now because I forgot a second ago. We're talking about how professional we were.
Sure, that ball bouncing that you dropped.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you want to hear how far the show's come, you can go subscribe to our Patreon, because all the original episodes are going on there now. So the Patreon's live.
Even the ones when it was just you?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, those are the ones. Those are the ones that take out. So one
folks.
through 11 exactly.
My
Yeah.
name is Kyle.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Arch City Paranormal Podcast, the podcast. So
You
yeah,
didn't sound like that. You sounded good.
Well, anyway, but they're up there now. I think I'm up through 5 or 6 is on there. So if you want to go to patreon.com/archcity, you can subscribe there. And all that stuff's there. There's also a bonus episode for Doppelgangers. We're going to stop email for a second. We're going to talk about Doppelgangers because this week has been weird about Doppelgangers. But anyway, so there's a whole lost episode on there right now about Doppelgangers that was T and Mike and I. That's up there. You get the shows a week early. You get them unedited, and then you get the edited version before everybody else. All you have to do is just go to patreon.com/archcity and subscribe, and you'll get it. Plus, there's a lot of other free stuff that you can get on there too. Doppelgangers. I should meant to write this down, but if I don't talk about it now, I'm going to forget. Doppelgangers. So I came across that segment that we did with Mike. Mm-hmm. It was in a podcast that was released, but this whole segment got chopped out because we went like,
it would have been like 4 hours long.
It was almost, I think it was like almost 3 hours and 45 minutes. This episode, us just fucking going back and forth. So I cut it all down and got rid of it, and then we put out that episode. I don't even remember what episode it was. I guess it doesn't matter. But it's like it's almost, I think it's over 30 minutes of this segment where we're talking about doppelgangers. Mike did this whole thing and told us about doppelgangers and whatever. So I did this segment. I put it up on there. Okay. It seems like every day since, something completely unrelated comes up about doppelgangers with me. Somebody asked me about doppelgangers. I see something about doppelgangers on television. I hadn't talked about it since then. And up until then, I don't think we talked about it.
Your daughter comes home today and said she saw my
doppelganger. She saw your doppelganger. That was another thing that made me think about it. It's been that this entire time since I posted it. It's been constantly something about doppelgangers. And even to the point where if you go now and you watch the last episode, the last episode we just did with Rachel, at one point in time during that episode, the two of you are talking about doppelgangers.
Yes.
And I'm completely zoned out thinking about the conversation and thinking about, oh fuck, here's doppelgangers again. Like, what the hell? To the point where I missed what she said, and I actually think I upset her watching the video back because I ignored what she said because I was so zoned out. I didn't catch what she said at the time. So I just let you two roll with it because you responded to her.
Right.
So Rachel says, what was it?
I don't know.
We're talking about doppelgangers. We don't have to rehash it real quick, but basically they're talking about doppelgangers. And someone in the chat or an email had said that your doppelganger is out there living your other life.
I asked the question, mm-hmm. Maybe your doppelganger is you reincarnated
and living a different life.
Living a different life. And she said, well, you can only express genes so many different ways. And we started talking about it.
It was an interesting conversation. But then Rachel said, well, I hope that that's not my other self living as me because Kyle saw me in porn or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know if I was supposed to say that or not. But I was so zoned out that I didn't catch it.
You never said a word. I was the
didn't
one
say-
that said something. I was like,
you
no, he doesn't
responded,
care.
So I let it go. But if you watch the video, Rachel's like, oh, you see her lean back in her chair and she puts her hand over her mouth like, oh, I fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
poodle.
So I need to talk to her about that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I need to talk to her about that. If you go back and you watch the video, you can see that part. I don't give a fuck about. I don't care. But that doesn't. None of that bothers me. Rachel's feelings being hurt bothers me. But I porn. Whatever. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna put the name of the star out there that is her doppelganger that I stumbled across. But yeah. So there's some weird doppelganger
I must
shit.
have missed that part
Yeah, it's
when
out
I
there.
watched.
Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, episode 57. So anyhow, the weird doppelganger shit has just been happening since then. I'm not sure why. I don't know.
Do you think it's just because you thought of it and now it's just you're seeing it?
Well, I kind of thought that like when you're looking at a new car.
Yes, and you see that car everywhere.
Yeah, so I kind of thought that too, but I mean, like, an example of it was today when Kayla came home, and I'm not even involved in the conversation, and they start talking about doppelgangers.
Maybe there's a reason.
And it's just, I know, like, what would it be?
Do you have a twin that was separated at birth?
That's exactly where my brain was going. I was like, maybe there's a twin out there.
Maybe it's you.
I mean, we are freakishly alike.
Yes.
Yeah,
How much is a DNA test?
it couldn't be that expensive.
I'm going to look it up.
I mean, the government pays for them. They couldn't be really that expensive. Now, they'll charge you a bunch for them. But, yeah, so anyway, doppelgangers. It's just been really weird how that conversation came up. Or I did this. Actually, I did that segment because I wanted to put it up. We talked about we were going to release it, how I was going to do it. And I was just going to make it an episode one week as like a space holder or whatever. Like if we went out of town or...
Oh, it's a nugget.
And I was just like, oh, the hell with it. You know, it'll be something good for Patreon. So yeah, ever since I've done that, just weird stuff about doppelgangers has come up all along. If you're not familiar with what a doppelganger, there's a bunch of different kinds of them. It's somebody that resembles you, looks exactly like you. Down throughout history, there's been all kinds of like mystical shit attached to them. Mike does we have a really good segment about it. I'm not trying to hook that segment. It's just really weird that since I did that, you know, but go to patreon.com/ArcCity and, you know, sign up. You can hear it there. Anyway, totally off track.
That's okay.
I meant to write it on here because I was going to talk about it. As soon as it came into my head, I was like, oh, I'm not going to remember this if I don't jump on it right now.
We understand. Squirrels.
So if you want to email the show, you can. artcityparanormal@gmail.com. Feel free. We would love to hear from you. You're what makes the show go. Next up is Sarah. Sarah says, hey, guys, I want to ask you a question without Rachel around. Speaking of Rachel, what happened to make you believe her? Obviously, a lot of psychics aren't real. She's gifted, but what made you believe she's legit? Love the show. Thanks.
That is an excellent question. Because I don't know how I want to put this into words. I wouldn't believe anybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think everybody's full of shit.
I'm very skeptical and untrusting.
Yes.
Yeah. Of a lot of people. But not
Poodle.
her.
Yeah, no. There's just too many. There's too much that she knows.
Yeah.
Too much. She's right. Too much. She's always right.
Mm-hmm. You like, or when she does her, I don't even know what the proper term is, but where she writes stuff down before we go to an investigation.
Right.
And when she can like check off, say she writes down 20 things and she's checked off 18 of them.
Yeah.
Without doing any research. Right. Like she just picked, and the shit she picks up on, and that is confirmed that she's correct. Like when we're at Wagnall's. Mm-hmm. In that particular part of the library where she felt there was pain in her head and like something had happened to that doctor. She said it was over here in this area. And so I'm feeling this and X, Y, and Z. And she just nails it every time. She's told me stuff about like my mom and dad pre-death. That I'm just like, how the fuck did you know that? Mm-hmm. Or even when our friendship and working relationship was new, she would tell me stuff. And I'm just like, okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Like it blows your mind.
Mm-hmm. We even take it down to the most simplest form. We went to the investigation off 161. It was super snowy. It's when the Akura got hit. Dirty bastards. And we're sitting at Rooster's, where it got hit. And she had her sheet of paper. She had no idea where we were going. She knew nothing. And she had weird shit written down. Teddy bears and rainbows and change and...
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what the fuck else it was. And we were all like, you're fucking nuts. It's all adults in this house. There's no kids. There's no reason for rainbows and baskets and bears. And we walk in, and the dining room's got a wallpaper border that was...
Did it have baskets in it, I think?
I think it was baskets. And then another room had wallpaper border that was rainbows and bears. And there was change all over the floor in that room. I mean, she nails shit
when we
all
went
the time.
to Bel Air, she's like, I'm getting, was it like a hawk's feather, a dream catcher, and something else? Like 3 pretty darn distinct things. And they were all in the places that she said they would be in.
Yeah.
Or in that house on said floor.
Right.
Like, just the shit she gets. Stuff nobody could have known unless you'd been there. Or talked to a person, and she doesn't do that. She goes in pretty blind without researching.
To pick up on that
Yes.
stuff. Yeah. Because I was, before, I was strictly psychics, mediums, full of shit. I don't want nothing to do with them. I'm not interested. Like, I'm not, I hadn't met one ever that was like, had any, plausible power.
Yeah.
Or gift or whatever, however you want to call it. And it's been, but with her,
Moundsville.
it's just worked.
The cell door in Moundsville. She'd never been there before.
Oh, the door with...
Yeah, and it was so minute. How the hell would anybody even know about that?
Yeah.
She'd
Out of all the doors.
Yeah. That place is huge.
So
In
what
that
happened? Tell
place.
us a story. What happened?
So we were...
It was you two. I wasn't with you.
Were you with the other group? So
Yeah.
it was Rachel, myself, her dad, I think maybe 3 other people. And mind you, there's 4 floors of cells on each wing. And we were walking around, and
The place is just
and it's
massive.
pitch black. Pitch black. Only thing we have are our flashlights. And it's probably 90 degrees in there. It's hot as hell. And we're walking around, and she's like, I want to go this way, or something to that effect. Like, let's go down this way. So we're all like, making our way. And there's this random door, like in a hallway, that connects the 2 sides of the cell block. And she goes, there's something about this door. She's like, put your flashlight on. And I turn my flashlight on and shine it on the door, and it says Rachel and Brandon forever. And that's her husband's name. Like, why be drawn to one door out of about 4,000
Yeah.
in this 270,000 square foot facility? And you're drawn to this door that happens to have you and your husband's name on it? Like, she just stared at me. Because that's when she was really starting to get in touch with her abilities.
Like allowing herself
Yes.
to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell people.
Yeah. Because I think, she was always a little... She didn't want to be like made fun of or judged, which I get. And we just stared at each other like, holy shit. And we had just started. We'd maybe been investigating for... I don't think we'd truly investigated. We were just trying to get a lay of the land and split up. We'd maybe been there 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And she found it. It was just weird. And
Just super weird.
kind of one of those things you kind of remember.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen? Why this? How did you do that?
Yeah, and there would have been
And it was so cool.
way whatsoever for her to know.
No, and because it wasn't like a main door you walk through. It was a door that opened to access all of the pipes and the plumbing between the cells. That's all you could see was pipes. Just a door. Dark green door.
Super cool.
It was cool.
So there you go, Sarah. Hopefully that answered your question for you.
Yeah. That's how she has shown us
That's
time
how, yeah.
and time and time and time again.
Yeah, for sure.
She's amazing.
So if you want to email the show, you can. archcityparanormal@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Next up is Maria. Maria says, greetings, friends.
And salutations.
What makes you believe one group over another? Is it just the TV show stuff, or are there groups that you know that are liars? And who are they? Love you guys. Tease laugh instantly makes me crack up.
Yay,
And
thanks.
then in parentheses it says, Kyle, make her laugh more. I try.
You should have been here about an hour ago.
There you go.
Something happened in the kitchen and she just started chuckling and she couldn't control it.
What happened? What happened in the kitchen?
I don't know if I should say it. I don't don't want to embarrass my friend.
Okay,
But
so-
it turned into the laugh, and Kayla and I
The goose.
started chuckling, and she's bent over, face is all red. It was great.
Damn, I missed it.
Oh, I'm positive you know what happened.
I don't think I know what happened.
Oh, I guarantee you know what happened. I laughed a little, and then it led to, it led to a bigger laugh.
All right. So anyway, like a 12-year-old boy, I swear.
Farts are amazing.
So what makes you believe one group over another? Is it just the TV show stuff, or are there groups that you know are liars? Well,
I own a 10-foot pole, and I'm not going to touch anything with it.
yeah. Allison's already said she's out. So
Well, I mean, I'll comment that I prefer watching smaller teams like ours on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like Paranormal Quest, the guys from West Virginia. I like watching them.
who I think they have a new video coming out tonight.
Was it last night or tonight? I think it was
I don't
last
know.
night.
I don't
Might have
know.
been. I actually looked the place up where they went.
Yeah.
And it's very reasonable if it's some place we want to look into.
Yes, let's
go.
go.
Yeah.
Done. Booked.
I don't know, like
As long
because
as T doesn't have to pee outside, we're fine.
We're good.
We can literally go anywhere we want.
but I don't know. It's just the smaller groups. They're not in it for.
Fame and money. We're out
Yeah.
to do it because
Yeah.
we
They
enjoy
love
it.
Yeah, just get the,
And I hope those guys are. They've got quite a few subscribers. I hope they're, getting some monetary payment.
Yeah.
Off of all that to support their passion, but I don't watch this stuff on, like, what is it, Discovery or Travel Channel?
Yeah.
It's Discovery Plus
Oh,
now.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, A, I don't have cable. B, I'm not paying for that. But something doesn't happen every time you go somewhere.
Yeah.
No.
And that's so hard for me to get past is every time these guys or gals, for the most part, go places, something always happens. And it's not just like, dink, someone threw a rock. It's like, the world came crashing down in the middle of this location. And I'm like, that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We went to supposedly one of the most haunted places, and we didn't get jack except for like a little EVP action.
And a pillow pool.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I just have a really hard time now that I've done it. I just have a hard time believing that that's
It's not legit.
no.
No.
I just I trust my gut and I don't trust them. But I like the little YouTuber guys
Yeah.
that post their stuff. I
Yeah.
think they're
That's I think they're more
Genuine?
and credible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think the groups that you see on television are just they're out to get ratings. We've talked about it a bunch of times on here. I don't have to go back over that. But as far as like, I don't personally know of any teams that are full of shit. I think that I think they are too heavily scrutinized for as small as our audiences are, for them to survive, anything like that. So, it's one thing when somebody's making money on television to be like, that's bullshit. And I can show you why it's bullshit. But then like the flip side of that, like a smaller team like that, it would just ruin them.
Yeah.
If that's what they were doing, it would just ruin them. So I don't know of any teams.
Oh, yeah. You'd never be invited to investigate anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Unless you were in with the location, like you know what I'm saying? Like you're making shit up, for the, to like, if you like owned a location and like made shit up that happened there, something like that. If something like that were to happen, then it would be
Like what? Like doors moving and stuff?
like that door never opened. Mike and I can prove it. Door did not open. So anyway, Maria, yeah. So got T's laugh for you. We hit that. Makes you believe one group over another. We hit that. Okay, so we covered Maria. So there you go. That was T's laugh. If you want to email the show, you can. ourcityparanormal@gmail.com. Up next is Chad. Chad says, hello and thanks for reading. Okay, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to. You guys do stuff that scares normal people. What is something you're scared of that what is something
That we're scared of
you're
that normal
scared
people
of
aren't?
that maybe will make the rest of us feel better about being scared of the dark?
Oh, like general everyday things?
I guess. Off topic, talk about more things that aren't paranormal. Those are the best shows. There's probably a lot of people that would disagree. I know I had one emailer one time that was very serious about getting me off of here because I didn't talk enough paranormal. So what's something that we're
Whatever
scared of?
happened with your firing? Did HR? Whatever happened to HR? He was supposed to be fired.
I got a stiff warning.
You like
So
stiff
because I
warnings.
wasn't here, I didn't follow through in a timely manner. So it wouldn't have had as great of an impact on him. So we opted to go with a verbal.
Okay.
And we're going to pursue some type of like a counseling or, just work on things.
I'm going to drown.
There's actually a name for that.
Kyle's dying. Please stand by.
One moment, please.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I started to laugh. Wait.
So we have comments.
So I had, so I never got to meet with HR regarding my write-up and my firing, but I'm still here.
So we have comments. Clint said he's not been on an investigation this year and he is dying to go. Bunch. You're so witty, Clint. Sarah said, we watch the TV shows just to bitch about that's bullshit. Aw, come on. Seriously? Stuff like that. Or just to discuss theories that come out of the stories. And sometimes I'm on Ancestry trying to fact check the show. They are all bogus. I love it. She's like, nope, that's bullshit. I found it. That's bullshit. I love it.
That's excellent, though. Use Ancestry.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, so I didn't drown. I still have my job.
You're good.
For now.
So, okay. So what's something you're scared of that maybe will make the rest of us feel better about being scared of the dark? Go ahead, T.
What?
I'm fucking scared of everything. What the hell are you talking about? Heights. All haunted locations. I could go on for days. Snakes. Birds.
Your bird thing.
Horses.
The
Horses.
the bird thing. Like when you go to the zoo, you know how like they've got the little like
The aviary?
yeah.
Yeah.
T can't.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. They go in, I stand outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
No, those fuckers
Same.
are roaming free.
Well, they do that outside.
Yeah, can't
Right.
get me.
But they
won't get it.
can.
They won't
I can get away. Can't get away in the aviary. They get me. Nope.
It's the dumbest thing.
I was attacked by a parrot as a small child. I was. I swear to God.
Do you ever get those cute birds that pop up on TikTok? The one's like a really pretty blue parrot, and it'll give the mom kisses, and say, "What doing? Oh my God, he's lovely. I want one now."
I won't be visiting.
T
your
will never go to your
abode.
house ever.
Okay, fine.
So, what are you scared of?
Oh God, driving over bridges
Oh, I didn't even think of that one. That's right.
or certain heights. Like when we went to Post Malone, certain parts of that Pennsylvania Turnpike were high, and there were curves that never used to bother me, and now it's been probably 7 years now. Like when we went to the place in Louisville, Waverly Hills.
Yeah.
We had to stop halfway down so Mike could drive the rest of the way because there were bridges.
because of the bridge. Yeah,
Couldn't do
yeah.
it. And then we got stuck in traffic on one of the bridges crossing the Ohio River.
Oh, yeah, that
And I said,
sucked.
"Praise Jesus! I'm so glad you're driving." Driving on icy roads.
It's a lot of driving related.
I know. and I
Certain
don't.
heights, just even like concert venues, if we're up too high,
Yeah.
it bothers you and I both.
I skipped out on a Black Keys concert because of where the seats were. Because they were the last. Because he's an idiot. I love him, but he's an idiot. Because my friend bought tickets in the very last row of the arena.
We had to go.
And I was like working up to it. It's like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. It'll be fine. And we ended up not going. But heights never used to bother me, but they do now. Particularly bridges. Like little teeny bridges over like a creek, no big deal. The one over the river there in Chillicothe, fine. Don't put me on the bridge on 71 before you get to Kings Island.
Yeah.
Because it's instant death if I'm behind the wheel. It's just what it feels like. But other than that,
Oh, tornadoes.
I stand
yeah.
outside and watch them.
Same.
It's because y'all are nuts.
Yeah.
It'll get you.
But other than that, I can't think of anything. It's mainly bridges and certain heights.
Bees.
But you're
Bees.
deathly allergic.
Still bees.
Do you have an EpiPen?
No.
Oh my God, get an EpiPen. Why don't you have an EpiPen?
I don't know.
Because, never mind.
Bees.
Just Particular types of bees or all bees?
Most bees, like carpenter bees, I can do because I know that they're just like big and stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
There's one of those in my house the other day.
bees, wasps,
Stingy things.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, we had one in the house the other day. Kayla and I went after it with a bottle of Windex. We drowned that motherfucker. And Kayla's like, we saved your life.
Like a half a bottle of Windex to drown this poor fucking animal.
So I scooped mine up and put them out on the porch because Phyllis was trying to play with them. So
Juice, terrified of spiders. Terrified.
Yeah.
my fear of spiders has gotten better. I used to hate them.
You traded it for the height.
I guess. Bring back the fear of spiders because there are chemicals I can put around my house to keep you out.
There's probably chemicals you could take to not make you afraid of heights.
I mean, maybe, but then I don't know if I should be behind the wheel.
I know.
I mean, I already get like heart palpitations and feel like I'm going to pass out to begin with.
Tomato.
Yeah.
You know.
We're working on that. My therapist and I are trying to work through that.
Sarah said she's afraid of falling, like a fall that results in death. She said,
well, that's fair. I
Yeah.
mean,
yeah.
you know, it's not the fall though that she should be afraid of. It's the sudden stop at the bottom. That's
Yeah.
what you need to be scared of. The falling part.
No, not. What if you like ricochet off shit? That would hurt.
That would hurt.
Just picture that. That's the way I would fucking jump out of a building on my way down.
You'd hit a window ledge
Bah.
and a like flagpole. You'd hit all the shit. The clothesline.
Yeah, and then just at the bottom.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
But
Go
according to
ahead.
the thing that we talked about that one time, I read that if you jump from really high up, you have a heart attack.
I think they just fucking tell you that shit
To make you feel better?
To make you feel better, so that you don't. Yes, that you don't think of someone having that last like split second of like, oh, here comes the sidewalk. I mean, so anyway, I didn't mean to cut her off. Go ahead.
Sarah also said, although I feel safe on bridges that aren't rickety, so that's weird, I guess.
I feel better on the bridge going over the Ohio River from Ohio to West Virginia.
Because it's so much bigger.
Well, it's got some barriers on the side.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's the metal. I don't think it's technically considered a suspension bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the bridge on 71, it's like the Jacob something. I even looked it up because part of my therapy was to look at pictures and videos of it to try to desensitize. I can't remember the name of it. Jacob something. That is nothing. There's like a 12-inch piece of concrete berm on the whole side and like a 4,000-foot
I
drop.
think it's just a little exaggeration.
No, it's not that.
Pretty sure it's not 4,000 feet. It's definitely more than 12 inches on the side of the road there.
Okay, maybe a little.
But yeah, but that's also the bridge that was under construction for like 18 years.
Yes.
So they just recently finished it.
Yeah, one of the videos I watched.
Wasn't it on our trip down they had finally finished it when we went to Waverly?
Yes.
Which would have been,
Yeah.
July of last year?
Yeah. But it was years
Yeah.
that they were set up and they were working on that thing.
She's trying to find the
Yeah,
bridge.
she's looking
don't
it
you
up
worry
right now.
because I can't believe I forgot the name of it.
The Brent Spit?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
So the one coming from have you been on the one coming from
Jerimiah Morrow.
There you go.
Thank you.
Jeremiah Morrow Bridge. If anybody wants to Google that so you can see
That
what houses-
motherfucker.
how
that
tall is it?
bitch. It's 33 feet.
239.
239. So
It's
not-
very close to 4,000.
But you're
Thank
right.
you.
You're right. I mean, it's very similar to 4,000. It's got numbers. There's, it's a measurement of distance.
I am telling you to fuck off in
So,
my mind.
so I'm still fighting off drowning a moment ago. So I
Okay.
apologize for coughing at everybody. So the bridge. Have you ever been on the bridge from Kentucky into Cincinnati?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one
Have
we
you
got
been on the
stuck on.
second? I thought it was a different one.
No, because remember, her and Michael were like 3 cars ahead of us, and I said, "Oh God, she's freaking the fuck out right now."
The second deck though, where you're below.
I have not been on that part.
Okay.
No, I've been
I
on
was
that
wondering
way.
how much more comfortable you were since you're like.
I would be
you're
curious
basically
to try.
inside.
Like, I remember.
Like you can see out,
Yeah.
but
But you're like kind of almost like tunnel-like with little windows.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
couldn't do that because I'd be afraid the top would come down on me.
Yeah.
And I don't like the tunnels in Virginia either.
See, the tunnels
can't
I don't
get
have
out.
a problem with.
Claustrophobia.
heights.
Nope.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is this making everybody feel better?
Yeah. Or like Mom and I did a 2-week road trip through New England, and there are so many bridges. I drove the bridges in Boston. There's huge bridges like going up towards Niagara Falls where you can see them off in the distance, and they look like they're straight up and straight down. Like they're huge, big bridges, and I was excited for them.
And how long ago was that?
2005.
Okay.
2006.
It's like 15 years ago.
Yeah. And I drove every mile of that trip. No problem. The thought of going to Cincinnati, I had to take somebody with me.
Because of the bridge.
Because of that.
Did you just drown again?
Almost.
Because
I need to stop drinking. It's funny.
You're so stupid.
But I drove over it when it was under construction to go pull a dog from a shelter in Kentucky. And it had like 2x4s as guardrails because they were doing the fucking
I
construction.
do remember that.
And I was like, and of course the panic attack sets in about 3 feet on this side of starting over the bridge. And it was like, oh my God, roll down the window, keep talking, just keep talking. Like it just was sheer panic. And I've never felt like that before. And ever since then, can't do it.
You're done.
Done.
I wonder what it was.
I don't know.
I know the couple times her and I have been to Jungle Jack's in Cincinnati. When we go down and back up, she'll like slide down in the seat. She'll cover her ears because she knows the sound difference between the road and the bridge, and she'll close her eyes.
No shit.
I can tell. So I remember when we were coming back, your mom was in the back, and I said, the bridge is getting close. And we like rounded a little bend, and she's like, yep, there it is. And I said, thought so. And I can tell when we're, because you can just tell you're on solid ground and you're not. But I can tell when it's coming. And I don't fucking like it.
I wonder what it is.
I don't know. And there's no rationale to this thought. I've driven over that bridge 1,000 times.
Right, like you understand
that
it's
bridge,
all cool.
Yeah, that bridge gets thousands of people over that gully or dip in the earth.
I don't even know what that's over. I don't even know.
It's over the Little Miami
Little
River.
Miami. There you go.
It gets thousands of people over that safely every day, all day.
It's the highest bridge in Ohio.
It's terrifying for me. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Except for when we're trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That's in Southern Ohio.
Anywhere south of here.
Or like, this might sound completely crazy. This is not a bridge in America. I watched a documentary on this and it's so fascinating. It's the Malau Viaduct over in France. Beautiful. It was amazing to watch them build it. I would like to go over it, just not behind the wheel.
Nope.
Just to see the view.
But so you could look?
Yes.
You just can't drive.
I cannot be behind the wheel.
Could you do the bridge from, what is it, Miami to Key West?
Is that the one that's
the
very
causeway.
long?
Yeah.
It's like 7 miles, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But it's not super high.
It's just a
But
causeway.
it's over water.
I might be okay.
No.
So it's the fall or the
The anticipation
stop.
of my truck careening through the 12-inch barrier down into the abyss. That's I can't explain it. And the fear kicked in, as I said, as I was driving over it.
That's crazy.
Just out of nowhere.
And it's just there now.
It's just high. Yeah.
The only irrational fear you have is bees.
I don't know. You might know better. I can't think anything. The first
Death.
thing that came.
Either.
The first thing that came.
Yeah,
to my
you're
mind-
terrified
Death.
of death.
Yeah, I'm scared of that. Yeah. Yeah, which is why I'm into this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I really can't think of anything. I mean, there's plenty of shit I'm scared of. I'm not trying to like sound like macho or anything, but I'm just saying
Macho
like
man.
just something that's borderline to completely irrational. I can't think of anything.
None of my fears are borderline completely irrational.
I think mine's irrational. Completely.
It's because you're self-aware. This
Yeah.
one's not. This has.
Ew.
Because it's ridiculous. How did it go from, oh, you're fine, to, you're probably going to die
Gonna
next
die
time you catch a
now.
Reds game.
Gonna die now.
Or like the day we went and saw Dave Matthews down in Cincinnati 2 years ago, right after your kidney stone shit.
Uh-huh.
The fact that you found a back way that was faster and we didn't go over that bridge, I salute you.
Oh, that's right. We took a back road.
Because there was a little bit of traffic and
Yeah.
Waze was like, go this way. Never once crossed that. I mean, I'm sure at some point we crossed a snippet of the river because you have to.
Not that big bastard.
But not that fucking Jerimiah Morrow bridge. Whoever Jerimiah Morrow, I think he was like a congressman or something.
And you know what? It was a very nice drive.
It was pretty.
What I remember of it, because I think I was on pain meds, but it was a very uncomfortable drive.
It was a very nice drive. It would have been a very nice anything.
Oh, he was the governor of Ohio at
Well,
one
there
point.
you go.
Look at that. I hate your fucking bridge.
So we have comments.
Fuck you and your bridge, buddy. Go ahead.
Sarah said, nope, it's the feeling of falling. I can't stand it. It freaks me out. Probably because I can't control it. I don't even think about the end or all the things that happen in between. Deborah says, I hate heights. And oh, wait, hold on. And when I'm in an investigation, my team laughs when they know I have to go upstairs. But the only time I have got scared during investigation was at Trans-Allegheny Insane Asylum. And the 4th floor has an entity. I wasn't even thinking about it when it growled in my face. My son behind me caught it in the recording. Cool.
Deborah, I can, the very top floor of Moundsville. I couldn't get up there.
Really? I didn't try last time. I will this time.
No. Because I hit the 3rd floor, and it's like metal
The grating.
steps, grates, and then like chain link around
Well, chain
the
link
sides.
will hold you. And there's chain link.
Oh, so when I
in
do
between.
fall, it'll catch me. Is
Yeah.
What you're saying. Ooh. I couldn't. I had that same bridge feeling
Really?
trying to get to the 4th level of those cells. I'm going to try it this year.
I've been...
But it's already like, I think about it and my knees are a little queasy.
I've
Knees
been
can get queasy.
twice? 3 times? To
What?
Moundsville?
Lady.
Twice.
And I've never gone up past like the 1st floor, oddly enough.
Sorry. Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? So anyways, moving on.
Anyway, so...
Wait, we're not done.
Oh, we got more. Good. I'm
Yes.
glad.
Margot said, Key West Bridge is badass to go across, but my friend, as a passenger, still closed her eyes when we went over it. Facts, I would too.
It's not that bad.
So I think that, because
It's
I've seen
the length-
pictures of it.
It's the length of it.
What if my car breaks down? Where am I going to go?
Do they have a berm thing you can pull off on?
Big enough for me?
Yes. And your car.
What if there's a car accident? Ew!
Shots fired.
Your new fear?
What's that?
Trying to figure out where the fuck you're going to live.
You knew. You act like you don't know me. You knew that was coming. You knew it was.
Well, I was hoping you'd skip over it.
It was coming. Go ahead.
What if there's a car accident? Wouldn't you be afraid you're going to go off the side and drown?
No.
Why not?
Why would you drive off
Well,
the
I
side?
can swim, and it's not that far of a drop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and fuck the water. I mean, shit, the water's probably only like
Right.
8 feet deep, tops.
But you're going to drown if you're in your car.
Why?
How are you going to get out?
You break a window.
It's not that easy to do. You got the pressure of the water against it.
No.
Take your headrest off, just crash it through the window.
See, I'll panic, though, and I won't think that far ahead.
Well, then maybe you need to worry.
Well, I am. Jackass. I can't stand you. Frances said she's afraid of death as well. Like, how will she go? Oh, and heights. And the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like we need to take you to Moundsville.
Yeah, like my whole thing is like when it's just that what happens when you die. It's the not knowing that I'm scared of. It's not the actual.
It's 65 feet high. That's
At
high.
the highest point.
That's high.
Yes,
It's
it's
a long
near
ways.
center. The bridge rises in an arc to provide 65-foot clearance for boat passage. The remainder of the bridge is considerably closer to the water surface.
It's pretty cool.
No.
It's pretty cool. Just
You can't fly into Key West.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
We're flying
'cause
it.
It's Key West. It's like as big as this room. Not really. Kind of. Anyway.
What's the speed limit on it?
7 feet is the water depth below
Yeah.
the bridge.
So there you go.
Interesting.
7 foot.
Oh, Frances says she does not fear the after because she knows she'll be back.
I guess fair enough. See, I don't know. I guess if I could convince myself or whatever, I'd feel better about it. But I don't, so here we are. That's all I got.
But it doesn't. Wouldn't being religious give you some sense of security?
No,
Okay.
not me.
It probably does for
Others.
A lot of
Others.
people. Yeah, but no.
I would
There's no-
imagine like Catholics,
Yeah.
having their last rites and maybe being absolved of sins and all that stuff. That might help them be more comfortable with death.
Right.
Maybe. I just want to go see all my animals. That's all I care about.
Speaking of which, you have one that's beeping.
Well, she wants in.
She could come in here.
Fran, come on.
She doesn't have thumbs, Mama. Do you think she'll come in here and beep?
She'll tip tap. Y'all might get a tap dance show for about 10 seconds.
Tippy Tappy. Fran is our special guest. So if you want to email the show, you can, archcityparanormal@gmail.com. We appreciate you guys writing into the show. She says, well, hi, everybody.
Go lay down.
You can see her on there.
Sarah asks, knowing Rachel doesn't help ease your fears of the other side?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I don't know.
Wonder if Rachel fears death, seeing how she
I mean, I would think
is
not.
in contact with the other side.
I would think not. But no, it doesn't help me any. Because I'm just like,
You're you.
yeah. I mean, I have anxiety anyway, so. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't.
She said, I mean, are the people that come to her ever expressing that they are in some kind of horrible trouble? We need to write these down and ask Poodle. It's a good question.
Well, we've got a podcast now, so
We do.
maybe she'll listen and she can write the show
Our own Poodle.
at archcityparanormal@gmail.com.
Do you fear death?
Not. No, I think if I get to determine how I go out, then I'm okay. Like, if I get sick, I want to end it. Like,
But you may not get sick.
then may it be quick and painless. Whatever it is. Like, if I'm supposed to die in a car accident, make it quick. If that's how I'm going out. But if I get, like, a terminal illness, I want to end it. I want to be given that option. And hopefully by that point, Ohio will allow that.
Yeah, but car accident sounds horrific.
Yeah,
Imagine
but
the
if it's...
fear that you have those last few seconds you're alive.
I don't know that... I don't know if there's enough time in that to realize what's going on. Quick, painless,
And just,
done.
That'd be a good way to go. Quick, painless.
It's not a good, no. None of it's a good way to go.
Well, I mean, you're going to go, so you might as well do it quick and painless.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not supposed to go out that way, then we'll see.
Drowning. Ugh.
No. Or in a fire.
Yes. Oh, no.
See, it's all bad.
I'm not saying any of it's
all bad.
good.
Like, I think about folks that were healthy and then got in an accident and now are dependent on a care team or family members to do everything for them. You are in my will. Do not let that happen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
That strictly states in my living will. No. No machines. Nothing. Sorry, you get to make that decision.
You don't want the opportunity to maybe, if there's some type of like technological advancement or something, that they can like save you.
Because this one wants to live forever on machines because he knows they'll figure something out to bring him
No.
back.
Fucking hook me up.
Nope.
Because I mean, it's probably like you're not conscious anyway, so it's almost like being dead. But then this way, you just sort of, a mulligan.
I mean, maybe if there's like a time limit, but if I am conscious and aware of stuff going on, but I physically can't wipe my own ass or feed myself, I'm good.
Right. So like, if you're this is obviously nothing's legally binding. You've got a living will.
Yes.
My thing is, like, if I'm in a coma or something, like, keep me fucking hooked up. Because at some point in time, somebody like Elon Musk or somebody is going to stumble across some way that, hey, we can fix this fat guy. Like, we can bring him back, and then
See, and I think my brain goes to the burden that would be put on my family or friends if I did that.
well, I mean, if you're in a hospital and you're hooked up to machines or whatever, I mean, they're not. I mean,
A financial burden.
yeah, but you're the one responsible, right?
But
I
what
mean,
if
it's the United States of America. If you break your leg and you go to the hospital, you're virtually
gonna
almost
file
bankrupt.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so if you're in a coma or whatever, where you're write it all off anyhow because of our fantastic healthcare system. If you're in a coma and you're hooked up to a machine for 10 minutes in the United States, you're already basically bankrupt. So what difference is there between 1.5 million and 10.5 million? Nothing when it comes to Chapter 7. You're done. I mean, so
Right.
So I mean, I that's because that's where I'm at. Like
Yeah.
somebody's gonna come up with something eventually.
I don't know. Then another thought is, am I taking the place of someone taking up space for someone who needs it more?
You're entirely too good of a person.
Like
Because fuck them.
because but who knows? By that point, there might be a place strictly for people that want to be kept on life support or in a frozen, whatever the case may
Oh
be.
yeah, there's cryogenic.
Yes.
Yeah.
The baseball player.
Walt Disney did it.
Was it Ted Williams?
I have no
Yes.
idea.
It was Ted.
I'm pretty
Ted Williams.
sure.
Now,
I
did
feel like
he-
we've talked about deja vu. We've talked about this before. I feel like
I don't ever remember talking about
I
this.
feel like we have. Anywho,
Okay, so if somebody comes walking through the door that looks just like any one of the three of us, whoever yells out "Doppelganger" first gets to live. The other two have to attack it.
Got it.
deal.
So anyway, did Ted Williams spring? Did he spring for the full body, or did he
His
just do
son
the head?
did. Ted Williams wanted to be cremated, ashes scattered.
Oh, this isn't what Ted wanted.
Son and daughter opted to have his body sent to Scottsdale, Arizona to be frozen.
So he was decapitated. Excuse me. I'm still fighting off
Drowning.
the drowning earlier.
She's looking at him like, and then he put these two fingers up my ass. Is that not what it looks like she's talking
said-
about?
They could have
He
picked
said,
a better
he
screenshot.
said, hold still, I need to take
thumbnail.
your temperature.
Yeah, he had been decapitated by surgeons and stored separately from his body at the facility.
So they did keep his body.
Yes. I mean, I'd assume they're going to put him back together. That's just bizarre to me.
Yeah. Like, you ever seen Futurama?
It's been not
Where the
religiously.
heads are in jars.
Yeah.
Like Nixon is still alive.
Or that episode of Golden Girls. Did you ever see that episode?
No.
All
They
four
got,
of-
like, B. Arthur.
Well, 3 of them, their heads are on platters on ice on that little table where they'd have their coffee and cheesecake in the kitchen. They're all dead, and then in walks Sophia with like a 19-year-old body. She'd already died and got hooked up and everything.
Good for her.
But
We have a lot of comments.
Okay, good. I'm glad. So would you guys do that? Would you guys do the cryogenic thing?
no.
No. Not even if it meant you could come back and experience the world.
100 years
It
later.
would be like living history.
Nah.
Except you would be like okay. What about you?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
I would, because I'm fucking scared to death of dying, so whatever works out. Like, yeah, I'm in.
I get
yeah.
too much on the other side, wherever that is. I want to go hang out with them when it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See all my dogs. And my
Fair
parents.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Be a good time.
Okay. Chat.
Yes.
Fire away.
So Sarah says, this is to you, Mr. Boggs. Okay, so you believe Rachel, but since you aren't Rachel, then you can't say for sure that what you know from her is true, even though you feel pretty comfortable with her as telling the truth. So it's like her truth, and that's cool, or have you just never had a serious conversation with Rachel about what she does or knows? I mean, not that you need to do anything to curb your anxiety about it, but real question, do you think having like a serious convo with her might help you a bit? Because that's a pretty scary fear.
I believe that Rachel would do everything in her power to help me feel better. I do not believe that it would be powerful enough of a conversation to overcome my anxiety.
I don't know,
Because
pool's
I'm just
pretty relaxing.
I'm riddled with anxiety. I mean, that's the whole thing. All this. Arch City, all this is because I'm scared to die. I mean, at the root of it all, I mean, that's why we're sitting here right now. That's how this all started. So, I mean,
It all started because of your anxiety and the three of us sitting on a back porch.
Yeah. So
Like we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's pretty powerful motivation for me. So I don't know.
Okay,
I think I'm probably going to be scared of it up until I'm
there.
I'm
What is it? Okay, I just have to ask this because now I'm curious. What is it about death or dying that scares you? Is it the fear, the pain that you might experience, or is it just the unknown?
just the unknown of it, like where do we go?
Yeah.
We have to go somewhere. Like the energy is.
Why do we have to go somewhere?
Because you cannot create nor destroy energy. It's all the exact same energy from the beginning of time, the Big Bang. All the energy and matter and everything is just, all it does is it takes on different forms.
Didn't we create energy when we have children's?
No.
When we had the children's?
No.
Well,
Because we produce that energy and we give them that.
we did produce some energy.
Yeah.
Banana split.
It's a smoothie.
Smooth. That fucking clip cracks me every time. I don't know how many times I've watched it.
But so anyway, I feel like, where's it go? Like, it has to move on somewhere. It has to. I mean, that's what science says. That's.
Okay, devil's advocate. If you reach the final level of moksha, where does that energy go?
Doppelganger.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Or ghost. That's your energy.
Right, but that's my point. Like that, but that has to go somewhere. That energy, that that matter, it has to go somewhere. And I'm just not of the opinion that is to be put in a box, and for it to
Or to just disappear. Yeah.
right, or to be cremated, and then that energy is then turned into heat and
Evaporates. Or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I just don't. It's just not. No, it's not.
So your energy evaporates when you're cremated then?
Well, it's transferred into the universe. I mean, it's. I mean, heat energy is still energy. So I mean, it's absorbed into the universe. It goes out there somewhere.
So did your anxiety and fear about this get worse when and or Papa or your dad passed?
Yeah.
Both?
Yeah.
Oh, like it's gotten worse when that's happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I just don't.
I get it.
I just don't. It doesn't. I feel like we understand. I feel like I understand partially, somewhat. Like that, what might take place or whatever, because of the stuff that we've run into and the stuff that we've experienced. Like, there's definitely something else.
Sure.
But what the fuck is that? So, what happens? Obviously, not everyone turns into a spirit, and so where do the other ones go? You know what I mean?
They retired.
Well, where? How? What?
I don't know.
Well, you asked me, so that's what it is. Yeah.
On with comments?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So Margot says, I just watched a program where two girls were in it, just got out of prom and went to prom and got in a car wreck. And when I was in a coma, and I left her in a coma for 20 years, and she came out of it, she didn't know anybody. She had like a stroke, but I am her best friend. Went to see her every day for 20 years, and it's just amazing. She still needs to be taken care of, and she can't walk, obviously. She didn't have any muscle tone. She was taken care of for 20 years. It's just hard to believe. There's no way I wouldn't put that on my family.
Oh.
Yeah, totally understand. Sarah said, every medium that I believe is real. They are not all the same. Pretty much states that everything is okay once the act has happened. That they are reunited with loved ones and watch over others before moving on or before whatever on is. And they aren't on the other side being like, sorry, Rachel, I can't talk right now. I have otherworldly monsters and troubles to handle.
Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm doing ghost girl shit.
However, I guess being afraid of being a troubled soul or trapped by emotional or physical trauma and becoming a haunting that feels they have no choice but to stay there. I guess that is pretty scary. I'm ranting now, but this type of convo is just a simple convo, especially since I always question everything. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Margot, lots of comments. Margot said, fear of dying goes away as you get older. You don't feel it anymore. Any other point I was going to make is when you're dead, you're dead. What are you worried about? What happens to you after? Unless you're a Christian, then you worry, I suppose. But if you're dead, you're dead.
Sounds like Keith coming through.
It do. Hey, you're dead. Don't worry about it. It's all right, girl. Sarah said, on the cryogenic thing, I wouldn't do it because I believe in reincarnation, so I'll be back anyway. Yes, children are a split from your own soul or an old soul in a new body, which is juice all day long. Old soul.
He's an old soul for sure.
Yeah. Kata, she's not. She's the new soul. Sarah also said, I have always agreed about the energy thing you talk about, but I see it as our soul is our energy source and it cannot be destroyed. Sorry, it keeps moving up on me. If our souls are in another realm, then maybe that is the reason we can't verify their energy level. Francis says, I believe that your energy leaves your body before you pass, if you are passing away from a terminal illness. My dad was in hospice, and I watched him dwindle for 2 weeks. About 3 days prior to him passing, I was talking to him, and his eyes looked like the depths of the ocean. He wasn't there, but he was still alive. It was an awakening experience. Did you experience that, Allison, with your mom?
God, the last... She was only on hospice at home for
Wasn't very long.
less than a week. And she was in a very drugged state the last 2 days. But like that, I remember like that day before they gave her all the drugs, just how out of it she was mentally. Like my mom was not there. And I don't know if that's, her spirit was still there because she kept trying to read and just making all these weird noises, and she was very agitated, which I understand is very common at that point. I don't know, like I think when she died, because I'd gone to the bathroom and I walked out and I just knew that she was gone. Like you could just feel it. I watched Dad die, but Mom was gone. Like she took her last breath while I was taking a leak. Because girl had to pee. Yeah. But I walked out of the bathroom and I'm just stared down the hallway and I'm like, yep, she's gone.
And there's another Poodle point. Poodle knew that your mom died before you ever even told her.
Yeah. She said she was in the shower and she knew Mom had died.
Yep.
Like as it happened. I don't know. She never said about Dad. Because Dad's was so fucking quick.
It was.
Way quick.
Yeah.
Mom's we knew was coming.
Yeah.
But I don't recall... Like Sarah said, looking, or was it Francis, like looking into her dad's eyes. I don't recall that. I just remember how different the room felt when I walked back out into the living room, and how like it felt fucking empty and quiet as hell. Yeah,
which is crazy, right? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Sarah said she wants to clarify. She did not say that she believes all mediums are true. The ones that she believes as being true. That's what she meant.
I got that out of that. I could see, yeah.
Right. Francis said, same for my dad. He kept trying to reach for things and shit. It was so weird.
It was bizarre.
But he was not there.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom was definitely... They were to the point where they were going to have to hospitalize her if the drugs that they gave her didn't help because she was so out of it and agitated. And they told me that was normal when someone with a terminal illness like cancer is just so far gone. So I'm like... I'd never experienced it before, so it was all new to me. I just like take care of her, make sure she's clean and comfy and happy, and that was it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Have you ever been in the room when somebody died?
Yeah.
Did you notice the feeling?
My aunt passed away. Yeah. Yeah, you knew.
It's weird though, isn't it?
Yeah, because that energy's gone.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like right now we've got this big monitor on. Mm-hmm. And you can hear almost like not a buzzing, but you just know something's on even though there's no sound. It was kind of like, that's what it was like when she was alive. And it was like somebody turned it off when she died.
It all changes.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And everything from that point on changes. Like, just everything now. It's like, oh, well, when mom was alive. It's like before death and after death. Kind of like we do with our timelines of history.
Yeah.
Well, that was after mom died.
There's BE and AE.
Yeah.
Before Irma and after Irma.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's just crazy how everything relates back to those two separate time periods.
It is weird because, like, I've noticed we tell time a lot by your dad and Papa. Oh, that was close to when. Oh, yeah, that was when. It's weird. It is weird how. I mean, it's such a huge part of your life.
Yeah.
So-
And how much certain perspectives change and how little you give a shit about stuff
Yeah.
after someone like that dies.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Frances said she wasn't there for her dad when he took his last breath, but she knew leaving the hospital that day that he was going to go.
Yeah, when you see changes in somebody like that, you kind of know. You kind of know that it's coming or whatever.
Which, I mean, how do we know that? We just do. Like, it's just in there.
It's one of those universe things. And I mean, like, also with the near-death experience stuff, though, like we talk about that change, you know, people go to heaven or whatever. I do believe the DMT thing, you know, like your body releases that DMT, you never process it in your consciousness because there's nothing going on to process it. So that's your last experience. And it's this, you know, very like, you know, euphoric, ethereal thing where you think you're going to meet God. And there's this other, you know, I think that's part of a coping mechanism for us dying, which then, of course, kicks in my anxiety. Like, well, why do we need a fucking coping mechanism? Why? You know? Like,
Yeah.
Why? If it's everybody does it, it's so natural and it's not a big deal.
It's
and
just what it is.
then why do we have this chemical coping mechanism to deal with dying? Like, why? So, yeah, just a little window into my anxiety for everybody.
Maybe it's just a permanent acid trip.
Well, it is because you don't ever process it out. So that's your last experience. That's, you know, that's forever.
So it can't be forever. Oh, wait. Hold on.
If the electrical impulses in your brain stop
But wait.
and they fire,
Right. But when you're embalmed, does the embalming fluid destroy it?
does it? Are you aware?
Well, that would stop your LSD trip.
Right. So then you're on a table full of this liquid shit.
I bet it's cold.
I bet it's fucking super cold, and I bet it's fucking terrible.
And they're looking at my body not looking good at all.
And that,
Cremate me, please.
Aren't you still embalmed when you're cremated? Only if we do a funeral.
Only if you want, funeral or viewing.
Do you have?
Fuck
No.
no.
Okay.
That shit is so expensive.
You're always
Do
looking out for
not-
that bottom dollar.
Why, just like weddings? Why? That's a total another fucking topic. But like, if I don't spend my money that I have here on Earth when I'm alive, I want people that I have willed it to.
to go spend.
And Mac, go have fun. Do shit that you've wanted to do. Like, you know? Or I might leave you with Jack Squat because I'm going to go spend it all myself.
Good for
If
you.
if I find out I'm dying,
Yeah.
sorry.
Right.
We're going to go have a good time.
Awesome.
Let's see. Sarah said, because the body is organic and a part of evolution. I'm assuming that has to do with. I don't know.
I don't know where she's going with that.
I don't either. I'm
Maybe
confuzzled.
she can clarify.
Please clarify, Miss Lewis. Francis said maybe the separation of the soul from the body is painful, and it's your body's way of easing that pain.
Oh, like the DMT.
Yeah. And Sarah said in a relation.
They have documented that the body is actually lighter
I've read that.
post-mortem.
It's a very small amount. Like what, 0.7 seventh of an ounce, 1/7 of an ounce or
Yeah,
something?
we did. We talked about it on here.
Oh yeah. Was it on the show?
Yeah.
I thought it was just us bullshitting.
No, it was the three of us and Poodle.
Okay. So yeah, your soul has weight.
So Sarah was referring to the DMT as because the body's organic and a part of evolution, the DMT. And then she was also referring to your anxiety. Oh, wow, that doesn't help the fear. Laugh my ass off.
No.
No.
No, that's what I mean. And that I find stuff to be, I find things to have anxiety about. So it only like giving me something like, see, well, this is why you shouldn't have anxiety. And then I go, yeah, but what about that? And why does that?
You find every reason to justify your anxiety.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like anything. If I find myself where I don't have something to worry about, I worry that I'm not worrying about something and I'm forgetting something.
Yeah.
I literally will manufacture anxiety.
Like, do you sit there and think, oh, things are pretty good right now? Wait, something's wrong.
No, I will never think
There's a
that.
reason.
Yeah.
There needs to be something that I
Yeah.
have to stress about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like I was talking to Rachel at work. Not last week, the week before, I think it was. And I've never had like a lot of anxiety. Yeah, I get a little worked up when I'm driving on ice or something.
Across a bridge.
Or a bridge.
You know.
But not in relation to like anything major. And we were just talking, and I'm like, I had full disclosure, I had like a pretty rough week, just thinking about mom and dad and just all the shit that comes with grief, and scheduled like an early therapy session because I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, couldn't stop crying. At one point, I don't know about you guys, I've never had thoughts of harm, but I was like, might be better off if I wasn't here. Like, that was a thought that went through my head, and I was instantly like, what the fuck is going on? So I got a hold of my therapist. We talked, and he goes, Allison, welcome to anxiety. This is what grief and anxiety and everything can look like when it manifests. He's like, do you feel like your heart is like beating really strong? I said, a lot. Not necessarily at work, but usually when I'm trying to wind down, it feels like it's going to beat out of my chest. He said,
Because you don't have that have that distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are days where it's like I can hear it in my ears. I feel like it's just pulsing. And just random. And like I was to the point one day where I was like, okay, so do we need to call OSU and go get committed? Because we don't know what the fuck is I've never had that before. So my therapist was like, oh, I'm very glad you like reached out and we got scheduled early. And he's like, this is normal. Like when you've gone, he's like, and I guess in my email I said I don't know what triggered it. Because like nothing in that like 5-day period had any explanation for why I felt the way I did. And he's like, you do realize what you've been through in the last like 2.5 years. Well, yeah, but my brain thinks, oh, there's no time for that. You should be over that. He said, no. It was a good therapy session.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, we talked about it. I cried most of the time. And then he informed me that he's leaving the practice.
Oh. Can you follow him?
Where he's going is not the same, like... Yeah. So I have 2 more sessions with him before he leaves. But on the bright note, he said once the 2-year like patient doctor, there's like a 2-year limit in the state of Ohio for psychiatrists before they can like talk to their...
Are you going to be friends?
We're going to be friends.
We're going to hang out.
He said, if you happen to get a hold of me in 2023, we can go get drinks. So
you said it's a date.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. But...
So we have more comments.
Everybody needs a therapist like that.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, you guys have hit it off right off the bat.
Yeah.
But yeah, that anxiety thing though, real quick, when I don't have something, that's why I obsess over like the Arch City stuff or, stuff around the house or...
Do you think that's why, like you and I, like I've said, we're so much alike in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Like how we get so frustrated like when electronic shit doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's like an offshoot of the anxiety we get?
Because it's like, look, just this one fucking thing.
And it's usually a simple thing.
Yeah.
And that will set you off. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you are my brother.
It will completely spin me out.
Oh, I get pissed.
Yeah.
Like, I remember trying to program a TV for my aunt's friend, and I was ready to murder both of them because they kept making suggestions. That's why when I see you in that moment, I shut it down. Because if... I'm you, and I'm going to kill somebody if they talk to me and tell me how to do something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get to live it twice. Yay.
I just know to stay calm.
Yes, because the first time you saw him get frustrated and pissed off about electronic shit, you looked at me, you looked at him, you just leaned back and kept your mouth shut and never said a word.
Yeah, because that's the way it is.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, I was
Bob
trying to get to
Lowry.
comments.
Bob, thanks for joining us, Bob.
Oh, no, he has a comment.
Perfect.
He said, "What's up, kids? I'm also a stress factory."
Yeah. But Bob and I have had conversations. I'm very familiar with Bob's.
I miss Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've told him. Bobby's a former member of our team. So, yeah.
And longtime friend.
Oh, yeah. No, I've known Bob.
Bob's a cool dude.
It's like, she's probably single digits. I've known Bob that long.
I've known Bob double digits.
Well, yeah. You'd hope. Not triple. Like, since we were single digits is what I meant.
No, I know. Anyways, Frances says she worries about shit out of nowhere, and then boom, anxiety. Sarah said, yes, my comment fits with the anxiety thing, but I responded to Frances saying that the soul separating is painful. Like that comment doesn't help Kyle's fear.
Yeah, that's true. It's okay. I mean, there's already so much manufactured anxiety in there. I don't feel like anybody's piling on at this point. Like, because I mean, if I haven't thought of it, I will. If you do think of it, it's like one less thing for me to stress about because, like, oh yeah, that too. That's why I'm worried as well. So, yeah.
Or are you the type that, like, maybe something happens on a Friday? Maybe you said something not inappropriate, but might have been taken the wrong way by somebody.
Plenty right here every Saturday evening.
Or maybe something happens and you're just like, oh, and you sit and dwell on that for days.
Like the doppelganger thing.
I will let it ruin an entire weekend.
Yeah.
Because I just can't get it out of my head. I'm just like, oh, fuck. I hope Sheila didn't take that the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. I sit and think about something I might have done at work. Like, okay, was he supposed to get that? Okay. No, it was fine. It was fine. He's fine, and everything. It was fine.
I'm fine. He's fine. We're fine.
But I second guess and think about it and think about it and think about it. Dwell on shit. Why?
And it occupies,
why?
And
Yes.
Occupy your whole weekend to the point where you don't even have any memories when you go back to work on Monday because all you've done all weekend long is thought about that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've like my whole teenage years.
Yeah. Or like the thought of like, oh, I have to go be productive. I can't be productive today because this is overwhelming thought and I just feel horrible. And they're not going to be friends with me anymore, or I'm going to get in trouble. I'm almost 40 fucking years old. Like, reel it in.
Yeah.
It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never wanted to hear the disappointment word growing up, and that has stuck with me.
Well, the one thing I've been able to get around, I mean, since like we're just now we're completely off. But anyway, the one thing I've been able to work around is up until I was about 40, I was obsessed with what everyone thought about me.
Now that I'm okay with.
Really? That surprises me.
I was obsessed with what everyone thought. And then once I hit about 40 years old, like when my dad passed away and I had heard some of his regrets or whatever, it really stuck with me that thing that I say about rule number 1, fuck what they think. That was when it all clicked for me. And that was when it was like, okay, I am doing Arch City. I am doing this shit. I'm going to go do this. And then I'm going to worry about the people that matter to me. I'll worry about what you guys think of me, and I'll obsess about it, let it ruin my weekend and everything else. But
yeah,
it
but
used to be,
I don't. Meh. Do what you want. But I know that doesn't help you.
Doesn't.
That's true.
Well, we all think you're
of
shitty
all people,
protector in a scary situation.
Yes, I know.
And I don't need you protecting me, so I'm good. You don't have to worry about that.
I'm a horrible husband.
I never said you were a horrible
an even
husband.
Worse friend. We covered all this last episode. In case you've missed it, download the podcast from your favorite podcast app or head over to YouTube and watch episode 57 right now, where Rachel and T just told me I was a terrible person for.
He couldn't remember his own wife's name. I've only been his wife for almost 18 years.
I was stammering because it was so hurt.
You're so full
It was the
of shit.
You were trying to hold back the tears.
It was the hurt bubbling up from inside. Is what it was.
We have more comments and questions and concerns.
Okay, great.
Okay. Sarah would like to know, Mr. Boggs, do you believe that your mom or dad will be there for you on the other side, or someone who loves you, I love that, to greet you?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Rachel said your dad's with you all the time. He stays very close. Those were her exact words.
Yeah.
He's probably got a crown sitting there waiting on you.
I don't know. I don't buy it.
He's got a glass of crown with a splash, which is also known as a wave.
Yeah,
Diet Coke.
Yeah, you bring a can of Diet Coke by the glass.
That's what he did.
The essence of the Diet Coke would make it to the crown.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Like
I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for that. I don't. I
think
don't know.
Mom will be there with like a home cooked meal, and Dad will show up a week early, like he did. Side note: he showed up a week early at the airport to pick me up from Australia because he thought I was coming home early. So I think he'll be there early. Hell, he might bring me on home.
Oh, hell, girl, I'm a week early.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
That's where we get into the would you rather shit. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, wait a minute, Keith. Whoa.
What are you doing here already?
You got questions to answer, pal.
Even if it was written down on a calendar, he'd still show up on the wrong day.
Aww.
Yeah. Wrong time. Never missed anything. He'd just show up really, really
Just
early.
be really early.
Nothing wrong
really,
with early.
really early. That was the time he almost got arrested for parking illegally at the airport and refused to move his car.
I'm here to pick up my daughter a week early. Is that why you're sleeping in the back seat, sir?
He parked in the drop-off section and told a cop to get fucked when he was told to move his car.
And I'm not surprised by
not
this.
a cop, but like a
Oh, the
security
security
guy. And fuck you, picking up my daughter.
Be like a federal offense now.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let him back in the airport when they did show up a week later. He ran halfway up the escalator to get to me. It was kind of sweet. I was only gone for 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks too long.
I guess.
So wait. You're gone 2 weeks, and he shows up a week before you get back.
Yeah.
So you had only been gone a week or less than.
Yeah. I had only physically been in the land of Australia for like 4 days because it takes so long to get there.
Dad, I'm home.
And I remember calling Mom to ask because I was only 17. I called Mom and said, hey, we talked to their travel agent. I can stay another week and it won't cost any extra. Can I stay? Oh, well, your dad's already been to the airport once to get you.
Oh my God.
What?
I'd have told you yes, no matter what.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Trip of a lifetime. So, yeah, I didn't get to stay an extra week because Dad wanted me to come home. So I find that very endearing,
Yeah.
you know, but I get it.
That's funny.
I would have loved to have stayed an extra week. Oh, well.
He loved you.
Yeah.
He did.
He's my buddy.
He was an ornery turd, but we loved
He's
him.
such a bastard, but I loved him. Pain in my ass.
Total.
But anywho.
But anyways.
So I've got. We're gonna wrap up emails.
No,
I'm
keep
done-
going.
I'm done with email. No, we're done because we've already run long on that. So
We really did.
yeah, we'll wrap that up. So if you want to email the show, you can archcityparanormal@gmail.com. It's up on the screen right now. I'm getting ready to take it down, but if you want to email the show, you can, or you can hop on 6 p.m. any Saturday on Facebook, and you can comment in the chat, and you can talk to us. I'm gonna get rid of this now. You can find us on your favorite podcast app. Just go search for Arch City Paranormal, and you can download it there. New episodes every Friday. If you can't watch us live or you can't join us on Facebook, go check out our YouTube. Like and subscribe there. And then same thing, Fridays, the video of this comes out. And you can follow along and you can watch there. Got that up on your screen right now. So then we still got T's News, and then I have the aliens and UFOs, interesting theories to discuss. Now there's 21 of these.
Ooh.
So we don't have to hit all of them.
We may want to if
obviously
they're that
we've
good.
been here.
Hour and a half.
We're like an hour and a half into the show. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to hit all these. We still got to do Taz News. 'Cause I got to try to catch her while she's scrolling her phone.
It's going to be your... No, it's dee
Yeah.
right there.
It'll be your theme song.
You and I should just fucking record it and then surprise her with it.
Both Ians are assholes.
Okay, anyway. So
And I don't do that.
we can,
Yes, you do.
it's exactly what you do. You do it all the time.
But yours is shorter. Ours is more elaborate.
Yeah.
Yours is like 3 or 4 dee.
Yeah, we're trying to do, an actual
You stupid.
musical thing. He's just
Love me. We're going to do it in a round with harmonies.
Oh, my.
We talked about it earlier.
Sarah has a comment before you go any further.
sure fire.
Okay. She says, if you believe that someone will be with you, then maybe that could be a shining factor to ease your fears. I mean, not taking it away, right? I mean, telling yourself something that could be believable in order to help yourself. I believe it's true. I believe it's true, but I'm not you, so I get it. However, I do know that the brain is a machine, and it will tell what the fuck.
If you tell it something
So if
enough
you stick around
times.
after the show, we're going to do phonics with T. special only on Patreon. Patreon.com/ArchCity. Go ahead, babe.
Lost my spot. Hold on, I gotta find it again. I want to see. I was getting ready to do it.
She's never gonna make that sound again.
I believe it's true, but I'm not you, so I get it. However, I do know that the brain is a machine, and if you tell it something enough times, it can change the path that thoughts travel, which can determine how you react to something. You can basically change how you feel about it by continuously telling yourself something else. I hope you can find some solace in it within your life. Sarah said, if. Sorry, laugh out loud.
I sincerely appreciate that. I really do. But that just sounds like if I lie to myself enough times, then I'll just make it come true. I'll just will it into existence.
You're such a negative
That's
Nancy.
but that's what it sounds like. I'm not trying. If that works for her, that's fantastic. But that's how.
Twisted.
Yeah, that's how this works up here. If I lie to myself enough times, 'cause that's what I heard. If I lie to myself enough times, I'll believe it. That sounds great. So.
How do you know it's a lie? You don't know. So it's not a lie. You don't know.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. If you change the way you think, if I lie to myself enough times, then I'll eventually believe it.
That's not a lie, though.
Wow. What do you mean?
Because you don't know if it's true or not. So it's not a lie.
Okay. So omission of the truth.
Oh my God.
That's what you're going with?
Do you know what the truth is?
No, that's my point. That's the problem. That's where the anxiety. Where have you been for the last hour and a half? What are we talking about?
I understand what I understand.
Go ahead. You were going to say something?
No, I was just going to say I understand what Sarah's saying and where you're coming from. Like, I get both sides.
Yeah, I'm not disparaging what Sarah says.
Yeah.
If that's what works, that's fantastic. I'm saying as twisted as
and you've lived with this thought process for too long.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
To change it.
It is hardwired. There's nothing. I can't do anything about it.
She
so
said,
I just need to find answers and just go from there, I guess.
She said, that is what it is, and it's science, not something I made up. Where do you think your thoughts come from in the first place?
Anxiety.
Oh, my God.
That's where they come from.
She said, no, do you know what the truth is?
No, but that's exactly what you're saying. I've just answered that. Yeah. I don't know what the truth is, but that means I'm lying to myself because I don't know what the truth is.
It really is a thing, laugh out loud. There are TED Talks about how the brain works with things like that. You need to check your master class. See if there's something about that on there.
I was just thinking about that too. I mean, it might be interesting. Whether or not it'll help you, I don't know, but it might be interesting.
I mean, but that's, if you lie to yourself enough, then you just believe it.
Have you watched anything other than Neil on there?
Yeah.
What else have you watched? I'm just curious now.
I watched the Steve Martin comedy writing.
Oh, cool.
And then I've started watching, I can't remember her name, but she's a chef and she's on there. And then there's another two guys on there. There's a pair of guys on there that are doing marketing that I'm watching right now too.
Cool.
I'm bouncing back and forth between the cooking.
There's an astronaut on there. African-American, bald. Oh, and he does a commercial for something right. I can't think of his name. I'll have to look it up.
You know, look it up. I was going to say, I got the app on my phone. Not that I watch it a lot or anything.
No, not at all.
Science says nothing is hardwired, which is true. You've convinced yourself that you think I'm just as hot now as you did when I was 17. That's lies. Whoa. You've told lies for years to yourself.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. Your brain really is a computer. You can rewire it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Leland Melvin?
I'm pretty sure this is him. It looks like him.
I've not seen him on there. What's he talking about on there? Do you know?
I don't know. I think
Chasing Space.
That looks like him.
I'll have to look it up. But the science, the best one so far has been Neil deGrasse Tyson, because he's talking about how he thinks and the scientific method, and that's definitely been the best one so far. Steve Martin was pretty good. It was okay. But then the marketing guys are really good, and I think this chef is going to be really good. I thought, isn't she in here?
Uh-huh.
She is. That's Boone.
Oh, God.
And I've noticed I get the emails from him, like, hey, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I put our both email
Say,
addresses in when we bought it.
I don't think I'm getting any email from
I'll start
Masterclass.
I'll forward them to
But
you.
it tells you when new
Okay.
people are coming out with classes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting anything from Masterclass.
Dude, I wonder what Gordon Ramsay's is like. He's on there.
Just a lot of screaming, fuck, and
I bet it's amazing.
I bet it is too.
so anyway.
Let's do our creepy theories.
So yeah, 21 creepy theories about aliens and UFOs. So I came across this the other day, and I thought it was super interesting. Like some of these are, like the very first one. They're already here. If aliens are on this planet, they are likely using the ocean as a place to hide.
Which we've talked about that one before.
We have talked about that one before. The Tic Tac, was it the Tic? Yeah, Tic Tac UFO supposedly just disappeared into the Pacific Ocean while those Navy pilots were watching it.
Are those the little triangle? Is that the one?
Those are the new ones. The Tic Tac one was the one that was like goes from like 0 to like 7,000 miles an hour.
Oh, I think you showed me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
Goes off screen or whatever. The grays are android avatars, or their body is a suit. It's like that's their space suit. That's not really what the aliens look like. I thought that was pretty interesting. Which one? Scroll down. There's a couple other because I'm not going to hit all of them. They bore us. They're right there. They came. They saw. They weren't impressed.
I would buy that one.
I definitely would buy that.
Or they're studying us. I could
Yes.
see that.
Because that's how we would do it. You know what I mean? Like even the like the ancient tribes that they find that haven't been touched by modern society or whatever. They try to observe them and stuff from afar and just sort of let them do their thing. Because as soon as we deal, as soon as they see a photographer or something, then it goes to shit. So we're not nice, which we've talked about that before. What's the other one? Yeah, the 4D UFOs are higher dimensional objects moving through our dimension, so they're not even here. It's some other, like we were talking about ghosts on a different plane or whatever. So that's what they are too.
So what? They're on a 747 and we're not.
Yes,
We're on a biplane.
correct.
So they're here. We just wouldn't be able to see them because of the. Okay.
Yeah, because they're in a different dimension.
Okay.
We can't comprehend them. You can go insane trying to wrap your head around a fourth dimensional object passing through a 3-dimensional space. Consider that 4D could look into our 3D bodies almost the same way that we can see an amoeba through a microscope. So like when they see us, they really do see like what alien movie was where they called us like bags of water. Like that's how they view us.
Oh, I don't know.
So they just see us completely like basic scientific stupid,
Bags of water.
bags of water. Does it say there? Well, that's the actual movie called that. There's a line in a movie somewhere where like he's, there's an alien and they say that's how they see us or something like that. So anyway, I thought it would spark a little bit more conversation than that, but that's okay. We can skip that. It's interesting. It'll be in the show notes, but it's 21 different things of different thoughts that people have had about aliens and how they're interacting with us. So
It is interesting thoughts, though. They are interesting thoughts.
This one says we're the Greys.
Nice. Well, I mean, like when they talk about the alien abduction or whatever like that, it's very similar to like when we go out and like, we tag a polar bear, like we drug it, it falls down,
Yeah.
and it has this shitty experience and it wakes up like, naked and groggy and feeling all fucked up and like, oh, okay,
Like what just happened to me?
like, yeah, so it's very similar.
We have more comments.
Is it more about my anxiety? Just retitle this episode.
No.
Kyle's anxiety.
Sarah was saying that she's tried to do the rewiring of her thoughts, and she hasn't had much success with it because she has a hard time lying to herself as well. And she does believe in it, but it all takes hard work and dedication. She hasn't given it the dedication to herself, but you can use it to help stop negative dialogue, and self-talk. It works with anxiety and depression. So maybe you should try it for your anxiety. Probably still won't work, will it?
No.
No. Okay. Then she yelled at me, and then she said, "Those are interesting theories on UFOs."
We'll put the links in the show notes. You guys can get into them deeper. As we're running late on time here, and I don't want to miss.
Hang on, I'm messing up. I'm telling you, we're going to an episode of The Jeffersons.
News with Tay.
Sarah said
News
she-
with T with everybody.
Sarah said she doesn't mean to make you uncomfortable. She just relates so much with your anxiety.
No. I'm the only person that makes me uncomfortable. You're fine. Trust me. Like it's no worries whatsoever.
We're not gonna do that one.
This one?
Yeah, we're gonna
News with Tay.
We're gonna
This
do
one.
Paranormal Date, baby. Yeah. I just think this is so fucking interesting. So picture it, Sicily, 1920s. We're sitting on the back porch the other day. We're listening to
Sitting on the back porch the other day.
The
the other day. Do miss Letterkenny. Anyways, and we're listening to Coast to Coast, right? Yeah. And this ad comes on, and it's the most cheeseball, horrible ad I've ever heard.
Bad.
Yeah, like, guy walks into a bar. I like ghosts and aliens. Oh, you're really sweet,
I
but you're
believe in
weird.
Bigfoot.
That's great. Have a nice day. You're weird. And then, do you have troubles finding someone to date and believe in your different feelings? Paranormal dates for you. And I was instantly intrigued.
There's a YouTube ad.
Yes.
We'll have to play that afterwards.
You
So
are not alone.
you are not alone in your weird feelings. You can find a match that has the same interests as you. And there's categories. There's life after death, ghost stories, UFOs, science, not real sure what that one is. We may have to dig into that one a little bit further. Conspiracy, which could make for a very interesting first date.
Like science is like an offshoot of the paranormal. First of all, like we didn't just live through 4 years of that hell. Like science isn't real. Like, windmills are bad. They kill birds. So anyway.
Can't kill birds. They just need their batteries changed.
Yeah.
Remember? Bigfoot. And don't worry, it's free to search and send messages. That's amazing. You can find members in your area. Yes, it's great.
And friendly customer service.
It looks real friendly, doesn't it?
Optimized for dating on the go.
Wonder if there's an app.
I'm sure there is.
Like, part of me wants to sign up just to see who's on
I
there.
know,
like, do I
right?
know anybody on here?
What would you do if you did?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, not much fun.
Well, that's no fun.
So it's Paranormal Date.
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to check this out.
Just like the complete polar opposite of this would be not polar opposite. but I
Christian
think-
mingle.
Well, I think of Farmers Only and FarmersOnly.com.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
You can't click on anything to find it
No,
out. You
it
have
takes
to
you
log
right
in.
back to the join for free now.
I don't want to join for free now. I'm a woman looking for a man. First name is Samantha Smith. This makes me sad.
I know. I really wanted to do a little more digging without
I know, I did too.
because I don't
Yeah,
want
they
to. I don't want to sign up for anything.
They rope you in.
Do you hear him?
Yeah, I don't know what's his deal.
I think he's mad because the blonde one's in here and he's not.
God, just let him in here.
And she is passed out.
But then they'll both make noise.
Well, we're talking about it now.
That's true.
Just let him in here.
I'm sorry the paranormal dates turned out to be such a bust.
It's not a bust. I think it's, if you want to go look this up, you can. I mean, clearly
And if you sign up, let us know all about it.
it must, it must serve a purpose.
God bless.
Come on. She's hey, come on.
It must serve a purpose. I mean, obviously George Norrie, the guy that runs Coast to Coast AM, if you ever listen to that, this is his.
No.
He
lay
came
down.
up with this. This is his
Lay down.
idea.
Lay down. Good boy.
It's
Down.
it's interesting.
I'm not dissing anybody in this paranormal field or people that are interested in paranormal. I just wonder what kind of folks. What kind of folks you gonna find on this website?
This is a cream of the crop right here.
Yeah.
This is top shelf. Yeah. Top shelf stuff. And I also I'm not fully sold on that. It's like some kind of deal breaker while you're dating. As many people as we talk to about this, like, I don't think you telling somebody that, hey, you know, I hunt ghosts is going to be a deal breaker for him.
And if it is, fuck them. You know?
Yeah. Like, that's just.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Like, is this necessary?
But if you sat down, first date, and he looks at you and he says, I believe in Bigfoot, what would your response be?
We got a podcast.
When we going? I got a 2-person tent at the house. Let's go.
I check to my dead grandma every night before bed.
Can I come? Like, why not?
After he talks to grandma. Oh, I fucked that up. I was joking. Damn it. That would have been a good clip.
One would hope.
Aim high. I just don't see where it would be that big of a deal breaker.
I don't either. And maybe just because we are into it and we do it. Mm-hmm. But I wonder, like...
Conspiracy theories, section, I could see that one being a deal breaker. Because if you're steadfast, squatches don't exist, and you're steadfast that, yes, it does, or, I don't know, pick a conspiracy theory and you're both on opposite sides, it could get ugly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not... I don't feel like believing in Bigfoot or ghosts is, you know, like believing like 9/11 was an inside job and that, you know,
that's true.
Bush brought down the country. I don't think that's the kind of thing. I mean, where you should look at somebody and go, oh, you're fucking weird. Okay, I have to go now.
I don't think we would ever say, oh, you're fucking weird. Oh, yeah, we have. Never mind. Take that back. We did one time.
Like, woo! I'm weird. You fucking weird.
You super weird.
You're super weird. So, paranormaldate.com. Allison's
just going to play around.
Did Bob comment something else?
He just said, it's like Kyle and I are sharing a brain. I can't comprehend the concept of positive thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like trying to be positive when things are not is just plain make-believe.
Yeah. Yes. It's 100%. That is exactly it. Like, this is all shit. I don't have time to try to make myself think it's not shit. I need to bathe myself in anxiety. And
does anything ease your anxiety? Your kratom.
Yeah. Yes. Shout out to Bob. But yeah, that's really like that and like hanging out with you.
Aww.
Yeah, it's definitely the worst is like when you're by yourself and they start those, you know, that talk kicks in. What are we doing here?
I was playing around.
You got to sign up for something else?
Well, they want me to confirm that my email address is correct.
Oh. Probably because I'll send you a verification email.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Why do I need discounts from Paranormal Date? I thought it was free.
No. It's free to sign up, but you're going to have to pay to talk to these fellas here at the top. These guys here at the top.
You mean Ken62 and John74?
Yeah, I don't think those are usernames. I think those are actual ages.
I know. You stupid.
Oh. I'm so glad I'm not dating. Okay.
Me too.
Oh, all right. So yeah, check out Paranormal Date.
If anybody signs up, let us know.
Yeah, for real. Let us know.
I would be curious to know.
Behind the paywall.
Yeah. I already get enough spam email. I don't want it anymore.
I know. Okay. All right. So we get ready to wrap up the show here. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Remember to check out our YouTube. Remember also the Patreon's open. Lots of exclusive stuff over there now. Patreon.com/ArchCity.
What'd you cut your eyes at me for? Don't you huff me.
You can go sign up for as little as like 11 cents a day, and you get all kinds of free stuff.
For only 11 cents a day. You too.
Oh my God, I was going to do the same thing.
Support a paranormal investigator.
This is Kyle. He is a paranormal investigator from a small town outside of Central Ohio. For as little as 11 cents a day, you too can support his habit and hobby. He's looking for a new HD camera
Fuck
and a
that. I
flashlight.
just want to pay the podcast hosting. I don't care. It's like, I don't need a camera.
Look at him. Look into his eyes and see the hurt. Won't you help him? In the arms of the angel.
She cracked herself.
Oh.
And what's horrible is every time I hear that song, change the channel.
Oh, yeah. Immediately.
I can't because it's animals.
It
Yeah.
makes your heart hurt.
Okay, before you wrap up, have y'all seen... It's the Jewish
Uh-oh. Here we go.
something league, but they go and help these sweet little old ladies
Yes.
who
No.
live in certain parts of
Is it Russia?
I
I want to
maybe,
say it's
but
Russia.
it's like where they have moved from, and I don't know if they're necessarily all Holocaust survivors, but they're living with like no running water.
Yeah.
They are wearing like 10 layers of clothes because they have no heat, and they give this woman like a box of canned goods and dried fruit and some like toiletries, and she's like in tears, and they have, oh my God, it's,
Where do I send my money?
oh, it's instantly, I'm like, I just got paid today. How much you want? Because it is heartbreaking.
That makes my heart hurt.
It's sad. It's right up there with the dogs.
But see, I can't give to those
Down.
because there is an animal one that I was informed that the vast majority of what you give does not go to the animals. So then my mind
You talking about
goes,
PETA?
I'm not talking about anybody in particular.
Yeah.
So then my mind always wonders, okay, I want to help this sweet little Jewish old lady, but how much of it is she actually getting?
I mean, she's getting a box.
Okay, let's say there's 6 cans of veggies in there. That's $3. If that. Maybe they get it for a quarter because they buy it bulk. Maybe they get it for 10 cents because they buy it at Aldi. Fuck,
We'll
I
have
don't know.
to do some research.
Yeah.
There's shipping and handling. There's all kinds of stuff that goes into that. Why you have to be such a negative Nancy?
Because people suck.
Leave that to me.
Yeah.
I'm the positive Polly. You're the negative
Yeah.
Nancy. What's our would you rather?
Did we do Would You Rather?
I've got it right here.
Let's go.
I've got it right here. Okay, so would you rather, in the vein of like last week of having proof of the paranormal, and today we were doing.
You heard last week's question, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what would you do? Would you rather?
I answered.
Oh, that's right. You did. I forgot.
Access.
She was right there with us.
They have to go and watch the show.
Sorry. Well, she wasn't even on it.
I know she wasn't. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about everybody watching along now.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
I give you anxiety, don't I?
Anyway, would you rather? So, would you rather have proof of alien life or be taken away to experience their culture firsthand but never be able to tell anyone? Allison goes first because supposedly I asked T first every single time we've ever done this in the history of doing it, and even before we did it, I asked her first then too.
So proof
did.
that they exist.
Would you rather have proof of alien life? You have proof of alien life, or you're taken away to experience their culture firsthand, but you can never tell anyone about it.
Am I harmed in any way if I'm taken?
No.
I'll go with them.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
T.
I
I
Do you
even
want me to
made you. I
do you
even
want me
made you
to-
go second.
Do you want me to expound on it anymore to kill time?
No, I can't decide because it'd be so awesome. I'd have to tell somebody because I would explode.
You can't. You're not allowed.
Like she couldn't even tell us? Oh. What happens if she does? Do they know?
They know, and her head explodes.
Okay.
I will go. I will tell you every juicy, gory detail and explode.
That's how she's going out.
That's how I'm going out.
Close casket.
No, it might look better open casket. No head, no face. We're good.
You're stupid.
I'm going to knock you out.
So
What are you doing?
What was the first part?
Proof. Proof that they exist.
Proof or experiencing it.
But you can never tell anybody if you go with them to experience it. You can never tell anyone.
I'd have to do proof. As much as I'd want to see it, I know I couldn't not tell the two of you. I would literally
true.
explode.
It's true.
Guess what?
Or she'd be like,
I can't tell you.
And just look at you.
And just pantomime it. One word. Okay, one word. All right, yeah. Sounds like Alan. Sounds like
Alan.
I think I would want to go experience it because I'm kind of already confused. Yes, clearly.
Mommy. Down.
I feel like I already am convinced that there's alien life, so I think I would want to go and see,
For yourself.
yeah, like what technology they have and.
Space Force exists. They're going to go blow up Mars. But they exist. Wouldn't that give you fucking anxiety? Like, oh, you're going to kill my little friends. They're going to do something stupid.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Because you're just a ball of fucking anxiety.
No, because here's the thing. They don't live on Mars. We got something up there, and they ain't seen nothing yet. So there's one of these brand new planets. Our friend's coming forth. Mm-hmm. And that's...
mushrooms on Mars.
That's cool. Is there?
They're thinking there's some type of mushrooms on Mars.
I heard they got the helicopter back up and running.
Yes.
Okay, good.
There's some type of mushrooms.
Put them on my pizza.
Yes.
That's alien life.
Mushrooms are alien life?
That's life on another planet. Yes. It's not
Not
going to be
alive.
It is alive. It is a growing thing.
If it is, first of all, if it is, which I haven't read the story, I just saw the headline because that's what I do. That's alien life.
Okay, and what does
it's
this
not necessarily
prove?
that there's alien life.
No, it just proves there's mushrooms growing on Mars.
That's alien life. They're not going to... Do you really think it's going to be like humanoid? Like when we bump into something that lived either before us or, is extinct now or is alive right now, do you really think it's going to be humanoid?
So you mean tell me the shrooms are going to start talking to the astronauts?
No. It's life.
It's something that's alive.
It's alive.
I want something that has appendages.
So if the mushrooms have large flagella, then
What is
You're
this?
doing this, and I'm thinking, did you mean to say phalanges or you just okay?
no, that's what it's called, right? Flagella,
Flagellum?
something.
Their
like that.
tails?
I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Now I got anxiety about this.
Flagella, that is a word. I didn't think it was really a word. Flagellum is a lash-like appendage that produces from the cell body of certain cells termed as flagellates.
Just for the record, I'm the only one in the room without a college degree. That's it. That's all I got.
Hey, I didn't say anything.
It's fair. But if they've got those, then it's alive.
I don't know. When I think about finding life on another planet, I don't think a fucking plant.
But it's life.
But it's life.
I think like animal or
That's
being.
a life.
Well, I'm let down.
That's going to be the problem. I think
You are disappointed.
Disappointed.
that's how you spent most of our marriage. Don't worry about it.
Stop it.
But that's going to be the problem though when we find life on other planets.
It's not going to be enough kind
It's
of
not
thing.
going to be. Yeah, there's going to be people here like, oh no, it can't fly a UFO. I'm not interested. There's going to be those fucking people.
Well, I'm sorry. Shit they find in the depths of the ocean that have not been explored. That stuff is fascinating.
Mm-hmm. That's alien.
Yeah. So like finding anything on another planet bajillions of miles away.
Yeah, like find a fish or
That's
something.
pretty impressive.
Or a bird.
That's a good example though, because you wouldn't. Nobody here would expect at the bottom of the ocean to find anything humanoid.
Right.
But you would still call it life.
Ew, with your logic and reason.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't expect that. So why on another planet with different, a different
Atmosphere and
completely different,
environment, yeah.
completely different ecosystem, would you bumble into anything that has being riddled with anxiety like I am?
Because
and
when
be
you say
humanoid.
life, I think animal or being, or I don't think
Something like with a heartbeat or
I don't think of a plant.
circulatory system
Yeah.
like
What
ours.
if they don't need one?
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
even need a circulatory system. They've
fungi
got,
don't.
yeah. Hell of guys too.
Oh, I have a joke, but I have to look it up.
Does it make it funnier that way?
I just want to make sure I get it.
The suspense.
I want to make sure I get it.
We have lots of comments, by the way. She turned it off.
We've been blacked out. It's like living in China. No internet for you.
Frances said she would go with them. That would be an incredible experience. I wouldn't tell a soul. Frances said, I feel like even if you had proof, it wouldn't matter because people believe what they want to. And if you go with them, then you have experienced it. But if you told someone, it wouldn't matter because people wouldn't believe you anyways.
Yeah.
Frances said,
Like just like what you're saying. So
Yeah.
if you go, and they're the mushroom creatures on their little UFO, and they take you back to wherever mushroom planet they live on, and you'd be like, "What the hell?" Like,
do you think they look
just
like
want-
the
just
Smurf
want-
mushrooms?
like to throw them on a cheese pizza.
The red with white polka dots?
That's a real mushroom though.
It is?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
that's a real mushroom. I think it's poisonous.
Oh, awesome. Frances said she would negotiate to bring Sarah with her.
Look, I need a +1. Just a +1.
Just one.
She
Sarah
doesn't
said,
take up a lot of room.
Sarah
She
said-
won't eat it all. She won't.
Sarah said she thinks it's completely doable to not tell anyone what happened. She'd love to see it. I don't know, man. You might burst at the
T
seams.
couldn't do it.
Nope.
T couldn't do it.
Sarah said she'd probably use what she saw in some kind of art. Not saying it happened or is true, or am I? Good point.
Or you could just like write a screenplay.
And then I'm going to read this one. I don't even know what it has to do with, but I'm going to read it just for you. Kyle is right.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I knew you'd
Well,
want
you
to know.
don't need to say anything else.
She also said any living thing on another planet is considered alien life.
Yeah.
And you're right.
It's
But
It's extraterrestrial.
I was hoping for more than mushrooms. Did you find your joke, Pumpkin?
No, that some, but not the right ones.
Well, hell.
You know what? I'll find it and.
Well, you got anything else?
Nope.
You want to finish with a joke? Give us a joke there.
Oh my god. Such pressure.
Do you have anxiety now?
Speaking of anxiety,
Why is the mushroom always invited to a party?
I don't know why.
Because he's a fun guy.
He's a fun guy. Yay! All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm turning this off.
You're so dumb.
How much room should you give fungi to grow? As mushroom as possible. I love stupid jokes. Hang on, I'll leave you with one more.
Dad jokes are the best.
Hang on, I have to pull it up because I told it to...
Joseph?
Yes. Okay, what do you call an escalator that gets there quicker?
I don't know.
An escasooner. It's so bad it's good.
Okay, that's good.
Joey's response was, oh.
Oh, he kills me. He never thinks anything's funny.
There's been a
I
couple
think
things.
he does. I
where-
think he works that. I
Yeah.
think like he's like tries to be the
The dry humor guy.
Okay. So anyway, we thank you everybody for tuning in. This was episode 58. Officially, as of this podcast,
Yes.
we have recorded more podcasts than all of the founding fathers of the United States combined.
That's amazing.
We are on a roll.
We really are. Rare air. I mean, just
Rare.
rare. I mean, just it's something amazing that we're pulling off here every day. Something to be proud of.
Totes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not tell anybody about it, but something to be proud of.
Hey, you can go tell the mushrooms on Mars.
Go tell the mushrooms on Mars. Okay, so anyway, thank
Maybe
you
they'll
everybody
take
for
their little
tuning in.
flagellas and clap for you.
Is that life? Is that enough for you?
If it
they'll
claps?
if they'll clap for you?
If it interacts with me,
They
yes.
make a club.
I was thinking of like
Dinner
all those,
Sean Paul.
the twerking videos on TikTok or whatever.
Please do it.
Sean Paul. I don't know why he
Fucking
doesn't love
Sean
Sean
Paul.
Paul the way I do, but
The guy doesn't even have that accent.
yes, he
Just
does.
makes it up.
No, he doesn't.
He might lay it on a little thicker than necessary.
Bob said it's not a dangerous curiosity like the conspiracy theory stuff.
Yes. Like he's referring to like the Paranormal Date or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because some of that conspiracy, it's bad.
We need to have Bob on.
I've tried to get Bob on, and Bob's worse than Rachel and Mike.
Okay, look here,
Bob,
Mr. Man.
Bob needs a private jet, a driver service. We can't even rent him a car, and it's a whole thing to negotiate that.
Bob
deal.
would be fantastic for a guest.
He would. He really would.
Come on, Bob.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob.
Come on back.
Put you on the show, boy. Beep boop.
Sarah said, "Do the hand thing every time you clap."
What's that?
What, when he did this?
I guess I don't know. Oh, she said he does make up his accent. No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Man.
Except I feel like a flagella clapping would be more like slapping two spaghetti noodles together. I don't think you'd get that much sound.
You would like miss sometimes.
Well, you need a lot of them because usually there's a lot of flagella
Yeah.
in a thing, and you need a lot of them, and I think
In
it
a
could just
thing,
end badly.
Like in a
In a
pasta
cell.
dinner.
Yeah.
She said she doesn't have footage, but he admitted it was for his career and his music.
Yeah. I tried to tell you. It's fake as hell.
That means he's like right up there with Informa.
boom boom down.
Exactly.
That's about all I could ever understand in that song.
I even had.
T had the lyrics up one time. We're reading them things like, holy shit, this dude literally just made shit up as he went along.
Yeah, he did. It's horrible.
God, oh my God, you ready to feel old? That song will be 30 years old next year.
Informer?
Uh-huh.
Are you okay, Pumpkin?
I just wanted to eat the skateboard.
I think both dogs may have just farted, so we're going to have to open the door now.
All right, we can wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Every Saturday, 6 on Facebook. If you listening to the podcast right now, you'd like to watch the dog almost get decapitated by the skateboard. She's fine. She's going to be just fine.
It just scared her.
You can log on to, are you watching it back?
Yes.
Oh, poor baby, I just saw it. And the Lewis family, they're big fans of the spaghetti arms.
Yeah, that's a thing now.
Thank you.
Go check out our
it's more
Patreon.
like...
Go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/ArchCity. Sign up there. There's a bunch of stuff on there that is exclusive just for you guys once you sign up there. Also, the first backstage show or off air, we're not sure what we're going to call it, will be released within the next week or so. We're going to do one of those.
After dark.
Arch City After Dark. We could answer like relationship questions.
Does that mean I get to be rude and crude like I actually am?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's going to be the hook for that show. Yeah, maybe I like that. Like we could do an episode where we answer like relationship
Like
questions.
unedited, you ask us anything.
Archie pasties for all the girls?
Well, speak for yourself.
Oh, come on.
No!
So anyway, archcityparanormal@gmail.com if you want to email the show, we would appreciate it. Or Saturdays at 6 here on Facebook. Go check out our YouTube. We appreciate everybody for tuning in and checking in with us and sticking around for this entire train wreck.
At least it's...
We give you a hand.
Yeah. I mean, until I see it, I'll have anxiety about it now.
Oh, my God.
You cray.
So, yeah, in just a few minutes, actually, this unedited version of the podcast will be up on Patreon. So that's something you guys can go check out if you want to listen to this back. Oh, my God. Anything at all?
Nope. I'm
Anything?
good.
Anything over there?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Snow was a Canadian reggae musician.
Yeah, I know.
Take that
Almost like
as you
Sean
will.
Paul.
Oh, you leave Sean Paul alone.
He's like from Davenport, Iowa.
No, he's not.
That should be a ringtone. Carry on.
So thanks for everybody tuning in. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. And until next week, stay weird, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Canadian and reggae.
And he'll be 50.